Hi guys, today I want to introduce you to what might be the easiest way to create engaging live streams, and that's a site called Streamyard. Streamyard will let you live stream to sites like Facebook, your pages, your profiles, your groups, your YouTube channel, and any site that works with the RTMP stream keys like Twitch and Periscope. There's nothing to download. It's a browser-based application, so there's no software needed. You don't even need a Mac. You just need to have your webcam and your microphone, and you're good to go. Now, once you get into the interface, you'll see all of the neat features that they have here for you. You can also customize your broadcast with your branded colors, and you can add your logo. You also can invite guests on for interviews and panel discussions with multiple guests. So I really think that StreamYard is a site that you're going to want to check out. So I'm going to share with you the link, and it's Ileane.link/StreamYard. And what you can also do is do your screen sharing and engage your audience by pinning their comments up on the screen. You also can add banners with call to action. So StreamYard is definitely a platform that you can check out. Once again, that link is Ileane.link/StreamYard. Happy streaming. Hey guys, thanks so much for coming. I see that some of the folks are here on the live stream today. My friend Larry Snow is here. Hello, Larry. And Simply Beth. Hi, hi. And Belizean Hitmakers. Hey. And also, oh my gosh, Patricia A. Murray. Hey. And what's the 411 TV? Hello, hello, hello. And smashing that like button, we got Simply Beth over there and leading the pack with smashing the like button. Oh my gosh. I know that some of you guys who are, especially if you're connected with me on Facebook, you've already seen me sharing StreamYards. And so it comes as no surprise. I finally did a formal YouTube video about StreamYard. Now, one of the reasons why I wanted to really find an alternative, because I got so many people, whenever I talk about EcammLive, everybody asks the same question. What about if I don't have a Mac? And I was like, there was nothing that I could say, because I know the developers of EcammLive, which is the platform I'm actually using right now. Shout out to Ken and Glenn. They are incredible developers, but they don't develop anything for PC. And there's other platforms that you can use to go live from your browser. And just what is unique about StreamYard, it's browser based. So you don't have to download software on your computer. And it works for those folks, even the ones that have PC. And speaking of that, here's my friend Barb T USA, another person who has a PC. And I was really happy that I could introduce Barb and some of my other friends who don't have Macs to StreamYard, because, although it may not be as powerful as EcammLive, it offers a lot of promise, and it does get the job done with a lot of the really cool features. Like, for example, the screen sharing. I think we're so used to being able to screen share on these live platforms that we sometimes have a tendency to take it for granted. But there's another platform that's browser based that I introduced you guys to in the past that's called Stage 10. Stage 10 is a very solid platform too, and it lets you go to multi-stream to multiple platforms at once, but there's no screen sharing. And I've also heard that it is a tremendous drain on your computer resources. So when I found out about StreamYard, I thought this is perfect because it's very lightweight. And like I said, you can be on your PC. You don't have to have the Mac, but you still can do the screen sharing. You have all these cool features like being able to pin comments. Of course, like I said, I'm using EcammLive right now to do this demo. So, like I just pinned Barb's comment, and the comments work a little differently. The look of them is a little different on StreamYard, but I still think that it's one of the best ways to really, make everybody part of the live stream, because you're able to bring them in by pinning their comments, giving them a shout out, letting everybody know that, they're appreciated, like Ruth. Hey. And, I think I got everybody. Let me put Simply Beth up there again, just in case. Okay, so I'd love to hear from you guys. First, what do you think about StreamYard? They also have started a Facebook group for those of you who are interested in really connecting with the developers of this platform and giving them your feedback and letting them know about the features that you want. I've already sent over a couple of requests for features myself. And one of the things that you're able to do, I'll give you an example, is you're able to add your own branding. So let's see if I can just pretend that I'm going to go live on another platform. I'm not going to, but I'm just going to pretend that I am. All right. Okay. I think I actually have the right screen being shared right now. Yay. So like I said, you want to create a broadcast. Actually, I'm going to just create it as a test broadcast, and that way I can just put all tests in here. Then you enter the broadcast studio, which I showed you earlier in the screenshots. And this is where you tell it what you want, what camera you want, and all that. And so when you're ready to put yourself on cam, then you just add to stream. But what I really wanted to show you here is the branding features. Now, this is the piece that you have to upgrade for. And that's why I gave you that special link, because in order to upgrade and get your custom logo and to get your branded color here, you need to upgrade for that. Okay, so let me just add myself there. And here's the banner. So if I wanted to say, you can get StreamYard with my link. There, and then I would click show. And it would replace my name there. And you see also I have my logo here, because on the free plan, you have the StreamYard logo there. Okay, so, and these are the different layouts you can use. And it's very similar to other platforms that we've seen before, where you can have different layouts depending upon how many people you have in the panel area. And this is where, at the bottom here, is where you invite people onto the broadcast. It gives you a special link. And I do want to talk to you guys a little bit more about that. And let's get me back on cam here. Because I came back out into the yard here, Let's see. Oh, hey, Beauty. I made it. So happy to take my seat on this gorgeous day. Oh, great. Thanks, Beauty. Thanks for coming. And Barb says StreamYard does not offer simultaneous recordings, right? Yes and no. It's similar to the same way you would do the simultaneous. When you say recordings, I think you might mean streaming, multi-streaming. You just use Restreamio, Restream.io. I have a link for that one too. And with Restream.io, and in fact, they are having a sale. If you're watching this during the weekend of November the 24th through the 27th, I think that's when the sale is over, 60% off. Because Restream, actually you can use Restream for free. Let me back up. Restream will let you add in YouTube and Periscope and Twitch, Mixer, YouNow, and a whole bunch of other platforms. I've done a couple of tutorials about Restreamio. However, if you also want to add in Facebook, then that's when you have to pay. And so right now, it's so affordable that you can do that for like $6 and I want to say 40 cents a month, but you have to pay for the whole year in order to get that cheap rate. If you wanted to do a monthly, I believe it's $7.80, something like that. But you could just go over to, my link is very similar to the link that I had for StreamYard. So let's just put that up. Once I put it up, then I can edit it. So instead of StreamYard, it would be Ileane.link/Restreamio. Restreamio, Restreamio. So check that out. So yes, and Barb is asking, do I have an affiliate link for it? It's like a referral. So I think I would get some credits towards upgrading. I'm not exactly sure how that one works. But yeah, so check out Restreamio. So, you know, this is one of the things I was asked for my predictions for next year with live streaming. And it is getting to the point where pretty much we'll be able to go on every platform with our lives. You know, there's rumor that even LinkedIn may be considering it for next year. And, you know, we already can do Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. What did I miss? I don't know. They're all the same now. They all, you know, we can just go live wherever we want. You know, and this is why I'm so glad that most of you guys who are here today have already taken upon yourself to start live streaming, so you won't be hesitant to get on cam. Larry has a great comment. How is StreamYard compared to Ecamm, or is that a fair comparison? Well, Ecamm, as I mentioned, is very robust. It's more developed and more sophisticated than StreamYard. Okay? And that is, part of that is because of the fact that it is an application that you download onto your computer. So there's no limitations for the browser. Whereas StreamYard is browser-based. So there's always going to be limitations about how far they can go and what can be done with StreamYard because it's going through Chrome. And when I say browser, right now I think Chrome is the only browser that StreamYard works with. Okay, so this is the alternative that I'm offering for all those folks who don't have a Mac and, you know, don't want to invest in one of the newer Macs. It's not going to work with a lightweight Mac. Ecamm, that's the other thing. You know, like people asked, I had the question about iPad. There's been some questions over in the user group about having one of those, you know, small Macs that don't have that much processing power on it, and it's not going to work. You need a desktop Mac for Ecamm. So that's the limitation in that sense for EcammLive. But once you got it, boy, oh boy, is it an amazing platform, which, I have really the advanced version, which is allowing me to do what I'm doing right now. So, for example, if I were to, let's just say I was to go over to my website, let's do that, even though that's probably going to be just a little bit too much Ileane, but that's okay. I just want to show you a really cool thing that I can do with Ecamm that you're never going to be able to do with Streamyard, because the question came up. Even though I'm introducing you to Streamyard, it's an alternative, okay? But right now, see, I'm screen sharing my website, right? But now I'm also picture in picture. And I can move this picture in picture around on the screen anywhere I want. And it's a transparent background of the picture in picture. So I don't want to get too fancy, because remember I told you I am on a what they call beta. I like how Krishna says beta. I'm on the beta version. And shout out to Krishna Day from Live Stream Insiders. So things like that, you're not going to ever be able, well, yeah, who knows what you could do, but right now with the limitations of browser, you would not be able to do that. So there you go. So let's see. Barb says, okay, do I have an affiliate link for Restreamio? And I gave you guys that. Also, I want to put that back up on, because I do also want to change that back to Streamyard, because I think you all got the Restreamio. Now this Restreamio, I think everybody who's doing live streaming should use Restreamio, because like right now, I could have added the extra layer of being live on Periscope right now too, or of being live on Twitch, or both, in addition to YouTube. And all the comments would come in together into the same place. And I can pin all those comments. If I had comments coming in from Twitch, Periscope, YouTube, all of them could still be displayed on screen, because Ecamm has an integration with Restreamio. Okay, Streamyard doesn't have a dedicated integration with Restreamio, but they do have the RTMP key integration I mentioned earlier. So with the RTMP key, and I know it sounds techie, guys, all you need to know is when you're thinking about streaming on a platform, and every platform that I mentioned today has something called a stream key. And all you have to do is, it's just a line of text that you copy and paste, and it's your stream key. And then you also have to have the URL of the server, and every platform makes it easy for you to find. Even Facebook, as complicated and convoluted as Facebook can be at times, even Facebook makes it easy for you to find that stream key. So, you can use StreamYard with any live platform. And because of the Restreamio integration, you can go just about everywhere. I would challenge you to find a live streaming platform that you cannot use with Restreamio. Now, I know there's one that people have been testing. Juan Santiago said, "You got it, Ileane." Thank you, Juan. I'm not sure what I got, but thank you. And Beauty Bubble said, maybe Blogger. I'm not sure what Blogger was referring to, but Blogger is cool. I don't know if Blogger at all has any relation to live streaming, but it's a nice place for you to embed your streams. You definitely can embed a live stream on a Blogger blog. So if you just want people to come to your website to watch your live stream. You can embed Facebook Live. You can embed YouTube Live on Blogger as well as on WordPress and WordPress. I don't know about WordPress. Yeah, WordPress.com, I think only certain platforms though, not all of them. But Blogger's pretty much because you can use the iframe code for Blogger and WordPress.org or self-hosted WordPress, whereas WordPress.com does not allow you to use a iframe or a script code. You only can post a URL, and there's only certain URLs that WordPress.com, which is the free version, there's only certain URLs that it accepts, and YouTube is one of them. So you, like, for right now, I have a WordPress.com blog. I can go over there, just paste the link to this video, and people could come over there and watch it. So, any other questions about StreamYard? I'd love to know who is going to be checking out StreamYard. If you thought about it, if you want to be invited to the Facebook group, let me know. I'll get you in. And that way you can have direct access to those folks over there. And Gage is the guy who's the developer that, you know, is really reaching out to folks and taking questions and helping with making sure the platform stays relevant and taking in the request and working with the actual developers, because I don't think that Gage does that much of the development work. He's more the person who is, you know, talking about the platform. Yeah, it's very new. StreamYard is very new, and Belizean Hitmaker says it's first time hearing about StreamYard. And, you know, honestly, I even looked to see if there were any other YouTube videos about it before I went live. And I found one, and it was one of the fellows that's in the Facebook group. So I thought that's neat. He's done one. And so I would go into a little bit more detail because I think his lasted about 15 or 16 minutes. I can't remember off the top of my head because, of course, I didn't watch it. I just looked, you know, I just did a search just to see. And I have not used StreamYard on YouTube yet, but I'm going to imagine that it works just as, and this fellow that I saw when I did the search, you guys, you can search it, you'll see. And I don't know him. That's why I can't remember his name off the top of my head. And I just noticed that because the Facebook group is so small, there's only about maybe 20 people in it. And I noticed that he had left a comment in the group. So when I did the search and I saw his face again, and I was like, oh, okay, he's done a tutorial, but I don't think anyone else has done an official tutorial. So for those of you who are on a Mac and are interested in Ecamm, there are some things coming down the pike for Ecamm, which is going to make it one of the most versatile live streaming platforms available. And I'm just going to give you my link for that, because if you have a Mac and you don't have EcammLive yet, I'm going to predict, this is my prediction for 2019, they're probably going to double the price again in 2019, because the things that they have on their plan for all the features that they have to come to EcammLive will make them almost on par, or basically on par in my head, with software like Wirecast. Now, if you've ever seen or heard about Wirecast runs around $500. And I think that's the lower plan. That's like the entry-level plan. Ecamm right now is $80. And all of the things they have on their roadmap, that was the word I was searching for, on their roadmap will give you just about all the functionality that you would want from Wirecast. Really, I mean, it's more functionality that is even beyond my wish list. They're giving us stuff that I wasn't even asking for. So let me give you an example, because I had to take notes because I was like, oh, this is exciting. They're thinking about integrating with Zoom. And where's my Zoom master, Andrew Hatchett? I can't wait to tell him about that. So if they have an integration with Zoom, that will be incredible. Also, one of the other things that they're thinking about doing is a widgets, something like OBS. Like, for example, right now, I can pin you guys' comments, okay, up on screen. I'll do Larry's, okay? And I could also do a screen share of, let's see, let me get it together, of the chat. I could screen share the chat. But one of the things that they want to do is make it so that I can have the chat like a widget overlay, like you see many live streamers do who are using OBS. So it's going to integrate just about all the fun things about OBS that you would want, is even if you're not a gamer. You may find some use for, like I just showed you that transparent picture on picture. I never thought that I would use it or I would like it, and I happened to use it by accident the other day, and I was like, oh, that is so cool. Because some of the other users in the beta group have asked for it, and so it's going to be rolling out to all of the users, of the people that already have the software. So I predict that once they integrate some of these other features, and there's a long list, there's about 20 things, I just mentioned 2. Once those features are integrated and all of us testers have put it through its paces and they get it down to, a usable level where they don't have support all the time on those features, then I imagine that the price is probably going to double again sometime in 2019. That's my prediction. So I advise you to jump on it now if you are on a Mac. And that's Ileane.link/EcammLive. Okay, so let's move on to another topic really quickly. This is the sort of the after show that will probably get chopped off the end of this video. Because I want to talk to you guys about my YouTube channel. And you may have heard that some of us are getting this new feature called the Community tab. The Community tab. So first, let me just go over here and show you what it looks like from the front end. All right, if you're on my YouTube channel homepage, okay, so that's youtube.com/user/Ileane Smith. This community tab, and oh my gosh, we wanted this tab so bad. So I finally got it. So on this community tab, it's almost like a mini blog. It's very bare bones, but I would love for you guys to come over to the community tab, check out some of the posts that are over there, give it a thumbs up, or perhaps leave a comment if you want. It's still a work in progress for YouTube, because what I'm going to be posting over here. First, let me back up. Let me tell you what you can post. You can post GIFs. See, that looks like a little video thing, but you can add a link to a video. But from your phone, you can actually upload a GIF, or you can drag an image from your computer or you can do polls. And I'm understanding that polls are probably the most engaging thing that people have been posting on these community tabs. I was watching the vidIQ tutorial about this because I was wondering, like, what do I want to post on here? And one of the things that they said, they found out that even people who don't subscribe to you can possibly see your community tab posts in their feed. Now, we don't know if that's a test or if that's going to be permanent, but this is an amazing way to, get yourself in front of other people. So you want to post quality stuff. You don't really want to just always say, oh, I just posted a new video. You may want to do that sometimes, but I'm trying to put together a little bit more of a strategy and be a little bit more deliberate about what I'm posting over there and engaging. So, for example, you see here that I posted the GIF because I was told, they mentioned the guy Rob from vidIQ said that GIFs do well. So I posted this I posted it here in the community. I was going to say I posted it somewhere else, but this is where I posted it. And I made a GIF on my iPhone for the first time, and I shared a link to how I did that because you have to use the new feature of iOS that's called, wait, that might be making you guys dizzy because it's making me a little dizzy. The new feature that is called shortcuts. You have to create a shortcut in order to create a GIF on your phone. So I did this poll and I got a comment there with the poll. And, it's funny because this poll that I did was I asked about stories. I asked about, YouTube is rolling out stories. Now, I don't have the stories yet. I think that's for the 100,000 club. But right now, for the community tab, is for people who have 1,000 subscribers or more, from what I know. And they probably will change that. They're just rolling it out. I think they're slowly going to give it to just about everybody. And so I was asking about stories and YouTube stories kind of versus Instagram or Facebook. And it's like nobody said Facebook stories are better. Surprise. So Barb says, so far, I find the YouTube community effect irritating. Notifications interfering with YouTube Live and upload ones. Okay. Now, what you can do is check that off in your feed. And I've done that myself. And let me get that up on screen before I share that with you. But up at the top here, and I hesitate to do another screen share because, see, that didn't even work. Up at the top, when you're on your subscriptions tab, because you're talking about mobile, I'm assuming, Barb. But on your subscriptions tab, you have the choice to see videos and posts or videos only. And if you have a row at the top, you'll see some people have stories and you'll see some other icons that are just like the last channels you subscribe to, or maybe the last folks. You just see that little round stories that looks like Instagram, that little row on the top. But right at the bottom of that row is the option for videos only or videos and posts. So I have that to videos only. No, I'm talking about laptop and desktop. I have never seen a notification about a community post on desktop. That's interesting. So I don't know if I have it set so that I don't see them on desktop. because I'm not seeing other people's community. I literally have to go to someone's community tab in order to see their community posts. In fact, I created a short link for my community tab, and it doesn't work on mobile. It will work, though, on desktop in order for you to get there. So, Barb, can I ask, have you seen any of my community posts in your let me make sure I understand what you were saying here. Notifications interfering with YouTube Live and upload ones. So you're getting notifications that someone made a community post. That's interesting. Maybe it's something a setting that needs to be tweaked in your YouTube notification settings. Because I know Larry and I looked at that, because what we don't get, and YouTube needs to work on this, is notifications when someone replies to one of our community posts. You literally have to go and check your community posts. And you know what? Today, right before I went live, I did get an email from YouTube saying something about my community. And let me bring that up. So there is definitely settings that you can tweak. Oh man, don't tell me I got rid of it. Maybe I just viewed it but didn't delete it. Okay. Your first community post is taken off. Okay, this is what I got. Let me show you. Hang on to make sure I don't have any personal information there. And then I can do screen share. So I did get this. Let's see if I can move this girl out the way here. It says, you know, I got 4 likes and 1 comment. Your first community post is taken off. And I guess that was the first one. But look, that was days later. The comment was left a week ago. In fact, shout out to Alfredo. Alfredo Tigolo was the first person to leave a comment on my community tab. So let's see what else they're saying. Oh, and then it was, you know, watch this video to find out more. And that video didn't help me at all. It was a nice video. It was only a minute long. And this guy was just saying why he started creating YouTube. And I was like, okay, well, that doesn't tell me anything. How to make the most out of my community tab. That didn't really tell me how to make the most out of my community tab. But, you know, they're trying. So I learned more from that video from vidIQ. So let me see if I can get that link for you guys. Because I thought that Rob, and he brought on a guest. Oh, hang on. Barb said, no, I get them from Professor Nez's community posts all the time. But you're not getting them from mine? That's interesting. Because I would have thought that Professor Nez got the community tab the same time I did. Because I'm pretty sure that he's, you know, got around, I think he's got less subscribers than I do. Hola from Cesar Caruso. I get notifications from Professor Neb's community posts and responses to posts there. Weird. That is weird. You have something turned on. Now, there is also a messaging. I noticed people starting to use that messaging tab too. And there is a messaging feature inside of YouTube. And I mean, when this first came out, I thought it was going to be so cool. And it could be that he is messaging people. Messages and notifications. And you know what? I'm going to have to. I didn't want to do a screen share, but I think I'm going to have to. You know what I'll do? I'll just take a screen share. Because I did get one from Friar Wade just the other day. Maybe it was earlier today. And I said, oh, that's like, that was the first time I ever saw one from him. And I said, oh, he's using the messaging feature. Because when it first came out, like I said, I was like, oh, this is going to be cool. It's been out for like 2 years. Okay, let me move it over. So if you're talking about getting messages over in this section where it says messages and notifications, like I said, Friar Wade sent one out on the 13 hours ago. That may be what you're talking about, Barb. Because I don't think Professor Nez has the community tab. Let me double check. Let's make sure we know we got our ducks in a row here. So see, that time I shouldn't have had picture-in-picture on. Let me put it back, though. Okay, hang on. Let me get up the... Oh, you said I'm a mod on his YouTube channel. Could that be it? Hang on, no. I don't think so. I don't think so because Larry's a mod here, as so is Andrew, and neither of them have said that they were getting notifications. Professor Naz, he comes right up as soon as I start typing in Professor. Well, he could possibly have it. It's because he's got over 1,000 subscribers. Okay, so here's the community tab. So did you get a happy Thanksgiving message from him, Barb? That's the last thing I think he posted. Okay, I'm going to screen share that. Hang on. Just want to make sure I screen share the right screen. I don't know why. Oh, I thought I was trying to take a screenshot, but I wasn't. So this is some of the things that he's posted on his community tab. Oh, might as well give him a little thumbs up while I'm over here. And in fact, reply, comment. Because he's a nice person. Okay, so yeah, there were settings, like I said, that you can go into. So let's see if I can get that vidIQ video. And then we'll look at tweaking your settings, Barb. Okay, here's the link to the and you know what, Barb, you should be a moderator on this channel as well. And you know what? Let me know if you don't want to moderate, just let me know. But there's a link to the vidIQ video where it's called How to Build a YouTube Audience Through the Community tab. And actually, there's 2 versions of this video. One was where he brought on one of the staff at vidIQ because Jeremy wasn't there. He usually does videos with Jeremy Vest, but Jeremy wasn't there. And so he had another fellow on whose name I can't recall. So I'd never seen him before. And the second half, I won't say the second half, the major chunk of the video was them doing channel reviews. But at the very beginning of the video, for about 15 minutes, they go through and they talk about, nope, he doesn't, in his description, he doesn't say this fellow's name, so I can't give the guy a shout out. Okay. Oops, you type thanks yous. Oh yeah, that's okay. I think I can go back and edit it. Thank God I have my editor, my resident editor, Patricia Murray, is in the house. Happy to help when I can be here. Not always possible, you know. Yeah, it's no problem. But I don't think that has any impact on the community, on the notifications. So, oh, here's the other thing. Here's the other thing, which I didn't even need the phone to show you this. All of a sudden now, there is this little share messages option. This was not on desktop before, and I know I could show you many, many screenshots, but I probably don't even have to show you a screenshot because you probably remember that there was not this little icon. I'm going to try to zoom in on it, guys. Hang on. Because it's teensy weensy weensy. This little icon right here is where you can set up messages. So the same thing that I showed you in the screenshot is what you can do with this. And so I can send messages to my friends and say, you know, hey, come check me out. I'm live right now. I'm not going to, though, because I found it a little confusing. And, yeah, hence maybe what's going on with you. And so also talk to Professor Nez and find out if he's using some other kind of secret sauce that, you know, and he may need to know that some of his notifications are getting to be a little irritating. You know, see, this is the thing with the community tab. You do have to remember that it goes out into people's feeds. Now, this is what they were saying on vidIQ, as well as another tutorial by someone I don't even remember that I watched, saying that, you know, it's like a video. So you don't want to use it like Twitter, where you're just like posting links and just going on and on. It's something that you want to use sparingly, maybe once a day, to get people familiar with the fact that you even have it. But then you have to gauge from there. Like, because it's the holiday weekend, I know that maybe that many people may not even see it. So that said, once a proofreader, always a proofreader. I do believe that I can go back and edit that I left on the community tab over there. And Barb says, yep, I've been using YouTube messaging a lot, especially with Naz. So that could be it. That could be why you're seeing those notifications. It could just be because you guys are talking all the time. You know, they have their algorithms. Poor Peter, he's beginning to think he was born to irritate me. No, I don't think he's doing that on purpose. But, you know, like I said, with these algorithms that all these platforms, you know, after a while, guys, all these platforms are going to start having the same features. You know, I started making myself a little list. Actually, with pencil and paper. Premieres. Video premieres. You can get them on Twitch. You can get them on Facebook. You can get them on YouTube. They don't have them on Instagram yet or Twitter. Those are my 5 platforms, right? And actually, I should have thrown LinkedIn in here because LinkedIn has one of these things now. Stories. I might as well skip the stories. Stories. But the LinkedIn stories right now are just for students. Maybe I'll leave LinkedIn off. Okay. Polls. Now, you can do polls on Twitch, but you need a third-party app to do them. And off the top of my head, I don't know which ones work the best. I haven't really explored polls on Twitch, but you can do them with a third-party app. But then Twitter, you can do polls. Facebook, you can do polls. YouTube, you can do polls now with the community tab. And on Instagram stories, you can do polls. Right? Stories. Now, you can't do stories on Twitch or Twitter, but Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Clips. Oh, my gosh. Alfredo pointed out to me tonight, or earlier, before I went on live, that, let me explain what a clip is, first of all. It's very popular on Twitch, especially with gamers, right? That there was this highlight during a stream, because you know those live streams on Twitch can last 7, 6, 5 hours. It's no big deal, or maybe even longer. So there was this highlight in the gameplay, and you can do something called a clip. Anybody can do this, where they would just take like I think it's up to 60 seconds. Maybe that's not 60 seconds sounds long, but between 30 and 60 seconds of a clip, and you can save and collect clips, and the person who gets clipped the most during the week on Twitch will get featured in the Twitch weekly show, and well, they do the top 5 as a matter of fact. So clips are a big thing on Twitch, while they are also being integrated with Facebook. And I hadn't heard about it at all. Alfredo pointed it out to me tonight, and then sure enough, David Foster from Livestream Insiders was was live, and sure enough, I grabbed a clip from his, and so it's just like a little. It reminds me of Clamor, but I know most of you guys don't know what Clamor is. But it's like you just take a little snippet. It's like almost like grabbing a GIF, basically, of the broadcast, and then you can share that out. And so that's coming to Facebook. So Facebook has everything. Facebook has premieres, polls, stories, and clips. YouTube has everything except clips so far. Instagram has polls and stories. And Twitch has the premieres, polls, sort of. No stories on Twitch yet. And then clips. So, you know, like I said, these platforms are all starting to, like, it's almost like, what's the difference? Oh, I forgot to talk about the monetization. I didn't even include that on here, because now Facebook, if they send me one more message telling me that I can join this launch pad, I'm going to scream. But I think I may do it tomorrow. I may sign up for it and then talk to one of their techs. Yeah. So you can earn bits on Twitch. You can get super hearts on, let me put it in the wrong column, monetization. And I will say monetization / membership. And I'm not going to add Patreon on here because it's its own separate animal. But, you know, a lot of these features, these memberships, is what YouTube directly stole from Patreon. Isn't that ironic? Because, you know, Jack Conte started Patreon because he wasn't getting his just desserts from YouTube. And so now, 4 years later, or 5, yeah, I guess about 4 years, because it's been in beta. It's been in beta testing for a year. Yeah, and, oh, merch. I don't think you can buy merch on Facebook, can you? I guess in a way you can, because anytime you have a video, you can add a button there. So, yeah, you can do merch too. So, I'll just say monetization. So, let's say Twitch. Twitter, no, you can't monetize your live streams. You can't really monetize your tweets. It's just, if somebody clicks on it, they click on it. But there's no feature from Twitter that makes it easier for you to monetize a tweet. So I'm going to say no. Facebook, yes. YouTube, of course. Instagram, no. So Instagram and Twitter don't have that yet. But, yeah, it's coming. I mean, you can buy shoppable ads, or maybe that's a Pinterest term, shoppable pins. But Instagram has some kind of feature where you could just buy stuff from Instagram. I've never purchased anything from Instagram. If any of you ever saw an Instagram ad and then purchased something on Instagram, it just seems bizarre to me. But Well, as these platforms all start to offer basically the same features, after a while, it's just going to be so muddy. Like the waters are going to be so muddy. It's almost like, well, why stream on one platform over the other? And I guess that's part of my hesitation for why I haven't signed up for this Facebook launch pad. Because it's like, well, if I start doing that, then I'm going to really be dug in over there on Facebook. And I don't know if I want to do that. You know, I still haven't got my payout from Twitch yet. You've never seen an Instagram ad. Okay. I think that you probably don't spend enough time on the platform, because there's not a time that I've gone on Instagram and haven't seen an ad. If I spend more than 4 or 5 minutes on Instagram, I've probably seen 2 ads at least. So either that or they don't know enough about you. They should, though, because you're connected with Facebook. So they should know enough about you to serve you some ads. But, you know, I'm on Instagram every day. And that's one platform where I actually consume content. Like, I'm on Twitter every day, but a lot of times I don't consume content on Twitter. Maybe maybe half every other day I actually look at other people's tweets. It's mostly a broadcasting platform for me. LinkedIn, also a broadcasting platform for me. I go over there, I keep saying, I'm going to figure out how to use this to my advantage one day. And I do. I'll go and I look at one comment, or one post on LinkedIn, and I'm like, this is so boring. And I love that Michael Haley is here. Forgive me if I pronounced that wrong. I'll just call you Michael. No one platform will stand out if they all copy each other. This is my point exactly. And I fear this. I do fear this, because if that happens, well, I'm giving away my prediction, but that's okay, because we're well into this video now, so only you guys will probably hear this. My concern is that people will be jumping from platform to platform and lose sight of their audience. And, you know, those of you, excuse me, who hang in the same circles as me may have seen there are some streamers that will definitely hop from one platform to another simply because they got a new feature out. This platform has a new feature, so they hop over there. And I'm not saying that we shouldn't. I'm not saying that we shouldn't try these things out and, see if it's fun, see if it does help us make more money or help us engage more with our audience. And Dina's here. Hi, Dina. I didn't mean to overlook you. Hello. How are you? And Barb said, ironically, this Thanksgiving weekend, I've gone down the rabbit hole researching latest moves of Bezos and Gates. I think Amazon and Microsoft live streaming should be watched closely. Well, when you say Amazon, I'm assuming you mean Twitch. Not unless you think that Amazon is going to introduce another platform. And Microsoft has Mixer. And Mixer is almost a dead ringer for Twitch, except for they don't have the creatives over there yet. I mean, they may have said that they were going to do it, but nobody's going over there. I was just on Mixer last week, and I was on there for a good 5 minutes, looking for anything that wasn't gaming, and that's all I saw was gaming. So Michael says it's heal. as in shoe, but the spelling is Healy. Good try. Okay, Michael Heel. All right. Well, since you've become a regular around here, Michael. Hey, hey, hey. And Ruth says you're right about the jumping from platform to platform. Yeah, and and this is why like I said, I've been hesitant about using this Facebook, and honestly, I am very like, I don't trust it. Like, I don't get, why are y'all so intent on getting me over there when I only have 255 likes on my page? Like, we've heard all this thing with Social Media Examiner and how they're not getting watch time over there and how they haven't been invited to Facebook Watch and all that. But the way I'm understanding this Launchpad is that I will show up on Facebook Watch. And I'm thinking, they've got 500,000 fans and they can't get invited. And I've got 250 and they've invited me, no exaggeration, 10 times. It got to the point where the girl literally messaged me because she wanted to make sure that I hadn't missed their emails. And I said, okay, I just haven't had time. And so they left me alone for a few days. But lo and behold, when I logged in this morning, bam, it was right up at the top of the page. I'm like, will y'all leave me alone? I don't trust y'all. Oh, gosh. EU Article 13 could put a stop to most social media traffic. When you say social media traffic, see, I don't know enough about EU Article 13. I really don't. It's just one of those things I have not had a chance to. I'm still absorbing GDPR. Oh, speaking of that, there is a podcast that I listen to about LinkedIn. I got to tell you guys this. And I'm going to leave Barb's comment up so I won't forget. It's called LinkedIn Informed. And he gives, I forget the fella's name, but he just gives the updates. And as I was listening when I was in the car today, so I didn't hear to the end of the podcast, but LinkedIn has made a change to this spammy behavior. Thank the Lord. They finally made this change. And we think, or this fella thinks, that it's related to this GDPR. Well, you can export your contacts, email addresses on LinkedIn. And I know that's where a ton of my spam at work comes from. Okay. They didn't say you can't export it, but they gave everybody the option. Check your LinkedIn account, and I'm not sure where it is in the settings. They gave everybody the option to not allow people to export our names, our email addresses. I'm sorry, our email addresses. And they turned that option on by default. So we would literally have to go into our account now and turn it off and say, oh, no, yeah, people can export my email address, which people are not going to do. I know I'm certainly not going to. Hey, Shardful, how are you, baby? So with this GDPR, that's why I left Barb's comment up there, the EU Article 13, when you say put a stop to social media traffic, do you mean traffic going to our websites or just traffic on social media itself? Because I don't know enough about EU Article 13. But thanks, Barb. Thanks for that comment. And Microsoft also has LinkedIn. Yes. And this, to me, is just a rumor that LinkedIn's going to do the live streaming. And if they roll things out anyway, like YouTube rolls things out, that live streaming. Now, for example, they're rolling out these stories for students. Okay, that makes a lot of sense to somebody, but not me. But so, are they going to? If they did live streaming on LinkedIn, believe me, it's going to be a limited release because that's going to be like a big culture shock for folks over there. For us, we live stream at the drop of a dime. There's no culture shock for us. But for the average LinkedIn user, it's going to be mass confusion. So they may want to roll that out slowly, surely. That's my Jill Scott. I was looking at the viewer numbers on a few streams and something isn't adding up, but probably too ballistic of a conversation to be helpful. The viewer numbers on a few streams, were the people live? Or are you talking about YouTube? Let's make sure we're talking about the same platform. You're probably talking about YouTube. And the viewer numbers, if you're talking about Facebook, yeah, Facebook doesn't know how to count. That's all to that. I never saw YouTube numbers that I thought were off. I shouldn't say never. In the past couple years, because back in the day, they used to have this thing called the 301 error, where you could get a lot of views on your videos, and this was when people weren't going live back in these days. You could get a ton of views on your videos, but for some reason, something triggered YouTube to make them think that those views might be spammy views or bot views or bots or whatever. So your view count would be stuck at 301, and it could be at 301 for days and days and days until they sort through and and give you your real view count. And I remember one time that happened on one of Matt Cutts' video, and you guys got to be old school to know who Matt Cutts is, but he used to be the SEO guru for YouTube, but now he works for the government somehow. Okay. And that was Sharpful saying hi. And yes, Adam's life is Sharpful. Okay. And Barb said Microsoft has Skype as well as Mixer. And Bezos is hot on turning Twitch into the platform for creatives. Absolutely. Yes, Skype. That would be interesting if Skype did some type of streaming. That would be interesting. Yep. And lynda.com. Let's not forget Lynda. Since we're talking about all the stuff that Microsoft owns, because they own LinkedIn, Mixer, with Xbox. There's so many gaming things. My little nephew, I saw him on Thanksgiving. He had the Switch, Nintendo Switch. Oh, that's Nintendo, so that's not Microsoft. I'm clueless when it comes to that kind of stuff, those devices. But, okay. Hey, author from Hollywood Hills, Callie. Hey, living up there in the Hollywood Hills. Sorry I'm late. What's Streamyard? Streamyard is a live streaming platform. And let me just give you my link so you can just go over there and check it out. And I do believe I have to edit my link because right now it says Ecamm. But if you have Mac, you want to check out Ecamm. But if you don't have Mac, you want to check out this browser-based platform that I introduced folks to here today called Streamyard. You need Chrome, and you can go live, YouTube, Facebook, and others. Okay, Beauty Bubble, you were saying the Facebook, of course. Oh, okay. I don't know. I guess folks on YouTube knew when Facebook first came out with live streaming. It was recognized that Facebook does not know how to count a watch or a view. And so, if I'm not mistaken, that's been 3 years. That was 2015, if I'm not mistaken, my very first time going live on Facebook. So for folks that are like so surprised, like, oh my God, it was only 7 seconds, like, duh. Like, why is this news? I don't understand why this is news. I really don't. But maybe because I just live in my little YouTube bubble. I venture out. I do. I really do. But I've always known that Facebook never did accurately count. They even had to give back some advertisers. They can't even count when people are paying money. They can't count. Don't count on their counts. And Mr. Google, Michael Heel says, Google owns a lot of things too. And Microsoft is supposedly letting go of Cortana. I don't know if y'all knew that. I heard that in one of my podcasts when I was half asleep. Matt Cutts, John Mueller, old. Yeah. Matt Cutts was like, I don't think John Mueller had the kind of mass appeal. I'm trying to be very deliberate about the words that I use. Because if you're into SEO, of course, you know John Mueller. And John Mueller is fantastic. Don't get me wrong. And the fact that he's bilingual, and he may even have more than 2 languages, but I do know he speaks German as well as English, and he does those webmaster things, and he lets people ask him questions for hours. But for some reason, Matt Cutts was almost like a celebrity. He was a semi-celebrity. Okay? So, but you had to be around like in 2009, which is when I started. That's why I know. 10, 11, 12, and I think it was around 2013 or no, around 2015 when he went on hiatus. And I said when he went on hiatus, I said, he is not coming back. In an indefinite hiatus. I'm like, he is not coming back. To Google, y'all. He's not coming back. Nobody believe me. No, he ain't coming back. I forget, what's that place he works for now? The foreign something. Anyway, what is your Facebook account where you stream this now? I am not multi-streaming right at this moment. However, my Facebook, I will give you my Facebook page. It's the same name as this YouTube channel. Miss Ileane Speaks. And before I hit enter, let me just copy that so I can also post it up on screen. And so you can go over there, check me out. And that's my page over there. Sorry, guys. It's a little long there. Long in the tooth. All right. Just want to check the Facebook quality versus YouTube. Okay, yeah, I'm not multi-streaming right at this moment. I am not multi-streaming right at this moment. And this is overunity.com. But you can go over there and look at some of my past live streams because I'm always live streaming over there. You know, well, when I say always, once a week. Ileane, did you want to cover the special link to become a panel guest? You had briefly mentioned it and said you would talk about it later. Just asking. Okay, that is for Streamyard. For Streamyard, actually, this applies. This and what I wanted to cover about the beauty, and thanks for reminding me, because I don't think I was clear. I had the thought in my mind, but I didn't get it out. This applies for any live streaming platform that goes into Facebook groups. Facebook groups. If you have a live, and I shouldn't say any, this applies to any platform where you can pin people's comments on screen. So that would be my Ecamm. I call it my Ecamm. My Streamyard, because they're my Streamyard too. BeLive TV. Those are the 3 that I am very familiar with where you can pin people's comments on screen. However, when you go into groups, first of all, the group admin has to approve that app. In the settings for the group, they have to approve that that app can broadcast into their group. That's number 1. Number 2, there is a special link that the group, the folks that are viewing the video, the members that are viewing the video, they're in there watching your live stream. They have to click on a special link in order for their name and their profile pic to show up when you pin their comment. And so that's not an Ecamm thing. That's not a Streamyard thing. That's not a BeLive thing. It's a Facebook thing. You have to give the app permission to display your profile pic. And I don't know if there's some other fancy schmancy software out there that you don't have to do that with, but I'm just telling you what I know from my experience. Okay, so there's a bunch of comments. She said, many thanks. Great video header. Thank you. And how can one upload a video header in Facebook? Is it just an MP4 video? Yes. How long? And does it only work with an iPhone to upload it? No, I did not use my iPhone to upload my video header over on my Facebook page. And I don't know what the length of the video is. I just uploaded a video. I don't know if there's a limit. There used to be a limit. And I believe it used to be 90 seconds. But that video that I have over there, I'm pretty sure it's longer than 90 seconds. So I don't know. But one thing I do know, if you have a video that you want to upload, just try it, and if it's too long, it'll tell you. And then you can take it into, there's so many tools that you can use to just go ahead and splice that video down. So, I mean, I really don't expect people to literally watch that clip of that video, because that's not even a full-length video. It's really like an introduction to a video. So I think this next question is going to stump me. What do you think about Zoom US for interviews? Or what about the OBS studio software? Over Unity.com. These are all things I talked about at the beginning of this stream. Zoom is not a platform that I currently stream with. I can't say I don't use it because I have used it. But our resident community Zoom master, his name is Andrew Hatchett, and you can find his YouTube channel where he has several YouTube videos about using Zoom, and he knows the platform inside and out, and he just so happens to not be here with us today. But I just don't use it. I don't need to because I have Ecamm. OBS, I never, ever, ever, ever wanted to learn OBS. Never. Before I even knew Ecamm. And my longtime live streaming friends who are in the audience here, like Beauty Bubble. I don't know if Barb knew that about me, but I know Beauty Bubble knows that about me. When everybody was saying, use OBS, and I was like, no. That's okay. That's fine. I don't mind you asking a question. I just want to let you know you can go back and watch, the replay, and you may find out some more options. So EcammLive is going to add in more features and to make it more robust. So it will be very similar to using OBS. And see, the other thing is on Macs, OBS don't work as well. And also, if you are on a PC, I recommend Streamlabs OBS. Check that out. No. Okay. I'm saying no, but I didn't. I'm going to have to change my little link here. It's okay. I don't mind that you're asking the questions to cover all the topics that I already discussed. Because, hey, you're here and you're participating, and that's what's great. So, my favorite live streaming platform. Okay, wait. First, I have to put up the question. And this is from overunity.com. So, what's your favorite streaming software? EcammLive, which is the one I'm using right now, which is why I am able to step out into the garden with the vines. And even though it's like 30 degrees here in Philadelphia, I seem to be outside of my porch. EcammLive, it's Mac only, and you need a Mac, a desktop computer. Okay. Do I use a Mac? I just answered that question because I'm psychic and I knew you were getting ready to ask that question. And Beauty says, I use it and I say no, no, no every time I power my OBS up. Yeah, yeah. You know, you may want to try StreamYard, Beauty. Give StreamYard a try just to see if, you know, the experience is going to be sufficient for the things that you like to do. Because really, the screens, you know, doing the screen sharing and the fact that you can just screen share images to show your charts or whatever kind of a still image that you want there, the thumbnail, you can just use that as a as your image and to do your talk your talk. Is EcammLive only for the Mac platform? See, I told you I was psychic. EcammLive is Mac only. Hence the reason why I am introducing folks to StreamYard, because I know that folks that don't have a Mac probably won't be buying a Mac in the next 6 months. And I don't want anything to stop you from starting your live streaming. So go ahead and use StreamYard. And then that day when you do buy the Mac, just the first application you download, if you're a streamer, needs to be EcammLive. And right now it's $80. Okay? But get it quickly, because I just know that they're going to go up on the pricing. They didn't say that, but when they had a live stream the other day to talk about the blueprint of all the things that they're working on, the list was so long. And all that I kept saying to myself was, they are going to up the price. They have to. They have to, because that's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. And I mean, these guys are really dedicated to making these Mac applications. They also make another application that's called Call Recorder that works with Skype. Okay, now let's see. There's one more question here from overunity.com. Do you need the paid version of StreamYard to really work with it, or is the free version okay for the most things? Right now, the free version is fine. However, there's limits as far as the number of broadcasts that you can do. I made a comment, and I think a couple of other folks made the comment that they don't give enough on the free plan. They don't give enough broadcasts. It's okay that their watermark is there, because that's one thing that I will show you, that you can't put your own logo on it on the free plan. You have to have their logo on there, okay? So that's, you know, not my favorite part of the platform. But let me, oops. That little demo wasn't going to work. Sorry, I'm not going to show you that, because I don't even want to try to figure out why that happened. I guess my tab wasn't muted. But just know that on the free plan, you have to have their logo, and there's a limit. And they may have increased that limit, because I kind of was like, that's not enough. And they said, we're going to change that. I don't know if they did or not yet. But, okay, I did get that comment from Beauty about OBS. Okay, many thanks for all the infos. I will rewatch the first part of this video later. Okay, no problem. And for those who are still here, I think the video where I actually walk through StreamYard, you can stay now over unity.com. I think this video is only 3 minutes long, so check it out. Hi guys, today I want to introduce you to what might be the easiest way to create engaging live streams, and that's a site called StreamYard. StreamYard will let you live stream to sites like Facebook, your pages, your profiles, your groups, your YouTube channel, and any site that works with the RTMP stream keys like Twitch and Periscope. There's nothing to download. It's a browser-based application, so there's no software needed. You don't even need a Mac. You just need to have your webcam and your microphone, and you're good to go. Now, once you get into the interface, you'll see all of the neat features that they have here for you. You can also customize your broadcast with your branded colors, and you can add your logo. You also can invite guests on for interviews and panel discussions with multiple guests. So I really think that Streamyard is a site that you're going to want to check out. So I'm going to share with you the link, and it's Ileane.link/Streamyard. And what you can also do is do your screen sharing and engage your audience by pinning their comments up on the screen. You also can add banners with call to action. So StreamYard is definitely a platform that you can check out. Once again, that link is Ileane.link/StreamYard. Happy streaming. Yes. Thank you so very much. Thank you, each and every one of you who has had the opportunity to come and hang out with me on this live stream today. And I think that I've had a chance to answer all your questions, bring everybody's questions up on screen. And so with that, you guys, I will see you in next week's live stream. So for now, be sure to subscribe, and I bid you adieu. Happy streaming.